just going to talk a little bit about what we touched on a little bit, which is other estate planning documents: power of attorney, healthcare surrogate, living will, pre-need guardian. And the reason this is important is you need to have these documents in place, because if you don't, you're going to end up having the court making all your decisions. So we represented a person who was at a stop sign. Somebody mushed her, and she lived, but she was not capable anymore of doing anything, but she was alive. She had nothing in place. No power of attorney, no healthcare surrogate, no nothing, 2 daughters. And so we ended up having to establish a guardianship for her at the courthouse. And what that means is there's a guardian of the person and a guardian of the property. The person is, you know, where the person's living, what they're doing, those kinds of things. The property is what do they have, how's the money being spent. She actually ended up with a relatively large settlement, so we had the 2 daughters appointed co-guardians. But when we wanted to buy a van so we could transport Mom, we had to go to court, file something, get the court to approve it, you know, go with all the backup detail. When we wanted to move Mom to another state, that was a whole other kettle of fish. And if she had had a power of attorney in place or a healthcare surrogate designation in place, we wouldn't have had any of those issues. So the power of attorney, I'm sure you all know what it is. It's financial. So it's a financial power of attorney to deal with what your assets are. And it's good as long as you're alive. A court of law does not undo it for you, and you don't revoke it. So I have, in 30 years, had 1 set of powers of attorney and healthcare surrogates undone. So if you have old powers of attorney, you really need to relook at them and do them, because some of the big banking institutions and some of the big companies are not accepting the old powers of attorney. And the main difference is now, you know, powers of attorney used to say they can do everything in the world, but now you actually have to specify and initial whether they can do certain things, like change beneficiaries on accounts, amend your trust, a whole number, there's a whole plethora of things that you actually have to say, yes, my power of attorney can do that, no, they can't. And a lot of times, if you're married, you may let your spouse do certain things, but you may not want your secondary person to have those same options. So, you know, you might want to go pull those out, look at them, and call your attorney, make sure that they update them for you.